Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Gakuen Club. We are along Saku Takizawa's route, and we're on the obligatory shopping chapter that apparently every guy in this game has. Though I don't know why Dogenzaka has to go with us. I guess it always has to be a 3-person shopping trip. So let's hope he doesn't complain the entire time. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
Honestly, I can't believe I had to go shopping on my day off.
Dogenzaka says unhappily this morning. He's been acting this way ever since we started walking after meeting up. Well, what do you expect? We lost the rock-paper-scissors game. They held a rock-paper-scissors contest yesterday. The bout was surprisingly intense, and Dogenzaka, Saku, and I lost.
Shouldn't the older kids offer to go instead in situations like this? Everyone needs to grow up, and he looks half asleep.
Grow up? There's only a 1 or 2 year difference. But as Dogenzaka said, Saku does look a little sleepy. His eyes are a bit red. Saku, are you okay?
Yes, we were just working a little late last night, so I'm just a little sleep-deprived.
Yes, last night was quite hectic. That's true, the nightclub didn't close until much later than usual last night. The reason for that was a guest who had requested Saku. So he's been coming home really late lately, and he's been all secretive on his phone in the bathroom. The other guests had started to go home, but this guest paid no attention to the emptying room and continued to talk. It seems she's the wife of a rich man. She came in as soon as the nightclub opened and had been talking with Saku all night non-stop.
I see. Does he ever lock his phone or desktop computer with a password?
And now that you mention it, he never had them password protected before, but he just suddenly started doing it.
That's very suspicious. Perhaps there's something he does not want you to see.
Oh my! Trying to hide something from me?
I'm sorry to do this to your husband, but I think it might be best if you check their contents.
But I don't know the password.
If he's never had a password before, he might have chosen something simple so he won't forget. For example, a phone number, a birthday, or anniversary. Also, perhaps the PIN for his bank account.
Now that you mention it, he has a favorite number sequence that he usually uses for his PIN. That might be it.
If you're able to unlock it, I recommend you copy the data. We wouldn't want him deleting the proof afterwards.
You're right. Thank you. I'll give you an update next time. She left just as intensely as she came. Saku let out a big sigh after he watched her leave, the sound of her heels echoing down the hallway.
It's over. That's enough for today.
With that, we started to clean up. Everyone had to wait because we're not allowed to begin when even one guest is still left. Saku crumpled down into the chair, took his glasses off, and rubbed his eyes. He was clearly exhausted.
You could have just cut her off and sent her home. Thanks to you, I got home late too.
I couldn't do that. Once I started listening, I have to take responsibility until the very end.
That's not a reason to keep listening to her. I mean, why do we even know so much about infidelity that you have advice to give?
Actually, I'm curious about that too. While most ask Saku about life and romance at the nightclub, he gets just as many people asking him about infidelity and cheating. Why talk about something so heavy with a high school student? But even more surprising is how good his advice has been. To be honest, he doesn't look like someone with a lot of romantic experience, so why does he seem to know so much? Research? Not only has Saku given advice on how to detect infidelity, he's also advised people how to get away with it. Oh, how could you? And apparently, the advice has been good enough that the guests ask for Saku again the next time they come to the club. Saku furrows his brow slightly and averts his gaze before he quietly says with almost disdain,
I didn't become an expert because I wanted to. It just happened.
What did? What does that mean?
Oh, well, we should get to shopping, shouldn't we? We don't want to be late. Seeing Saku's low spirits, I jump in to change the topic. Dogenzaka looks a little annoyed, but he keeps his mouth shut. Okay, let's go then. We're heading to some shopping mall near the station, aren't we? Shall we bike there? The academy actually has bicycles that are available for any student to rent. However, Dogenzaka is displeased with my suggestion.
Oh, come on. Let's take a taxi.
It's not far enough for a taxi. We're talking about a 15-minute bike ride.
Then, let's just walk.
What, can you not ride a bike?
Don't you think it's a little too far to walk? Besides, we still have a lot to carry if we buy everything on this list.
Saku looks at the shopping list Asahi had given us as he says this. There are a lot of heavy and bulky items on the list.
What? But...
Why are you so against biking?
Could it be that you don't know how to ride a bicycle?
What? Is that true?
What? That's not it. Of course I know how to ride a bicycle. Okay, fine, we can bike there.
Kakurozaka's face turns red, and he rushes off. We follow after him and go to the bike rental area. But when we rent the bikes, Kakurozaka's face remains rather gloomy.
It's okay, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not going to fall like before.
So he can ride a bike, but he's not very good at it? Kakurozaka stares at the handles seriously as he mutters quietly. I approach him cautiously as he's acting out of character. Kakurozaka? Are you okay?
What do you mean? Of course I'm okay. Now let's go already.
Okay, but...
Whoa, hey, whoa there.
He's probably like swerving all over the place. That looks so dangerous. Straddling the bicycle, Kakurozaka is teetering back and forth. It looks very dangerous. Saku may have been right about Kakurozaka.
Do you not know how to ride a bicycle?
No, it's just been a while since I've been on one. I'm having a hard time getting the feel back.
Oh.
They say you never forget how to ride a bike. I'm afraid you'll get into an accident before we get there. Okay then, Koizumi.
Huh?
We'll just push our bicycles there. I think we'll still want them to help carry our purchases back with us.
You're right. It would be nice to have the bicycles for all the shopping bags.
Wait, you got it all wrong. It's not that I can't ride a bike, I just don't like to.
I see, I understand.
You totally don't believe me.
No. Come on, Kakurozaka, let's go, okay? I start pushing on my bicycle, and Saku follows suit. Eventually, Kakurozaka reluctantly joins us as well. He looks very displeased. Are we going to be able to get through all our shopping like this? I put on a smile and try to strike up some kind of conversation. Unfortunately, all I can get are short replies from Saku. Is it always like that with him? We continue our awkward walk, and finally make it to the parking lot of the shopping mall. It's crowded because of the weekend. I feel like we spent a lot of our energy just to get here. I should have listened to Kakurozaka and gotten a taxi. Now, what should we buy first? Saku, could I take a look at the shopping list?
Be my guest.
Thanks. Let's see.
You know what?
Kakurozaka suddenly breaks his silence. I turn and see his eyebrows furrowed and the cutest little face.
I've been wondering this for a while, but why does Koizumi call Takizawa by his first name when you call me by my last?
Huh? Oh, that's because Saku said he prefers it.
Is that all?
What do you mean, is that all?
I just assumed you called Takizawa that because you're particularly close with him. In that case, could you call me by my first name too? I like that better too. That's alright, isn't it?
Huh? That's fine with me, but... Wataru, suddenly breaks out into a smile. It's hard to believe how sour he seemed just moments earlier. This is gonna make Saku jealous again.
Yay! Then please call me that from now on, Akane.
Okay, wait. Nobody has called me Akane before. Wataru has always called me by my last name.
Oh, do you not like that? I thought if you're going to call me by my first name, I figured I'd do the same for you.
No, I was just a little surprised. I like it.
Really? Good. Oh wait, what's wrong, Takizawa? You look pretty mad.
Wataru snickers, but when I turn to look at Saku, I don't notice any change in his expression. But Wataru seems to be having fun. Maybe Wataru can read his expressions better than I can.
I thought you'd be hard to read, but it turns out that's not the case at all. That's pretty funny.
Huh?
We should hurry before it gets crowded. Let's go.
Oh, just tell Saku he can call you Akane as well. Oh, Saku? I chase after Saku as he starts to walk away. It's a big shopping mall, so it would be pretty bad if we got separated. Wataru follows after me as well, although at a much more leisurely pace than mine. He looks like a child who found a new toy.
I didn't know that you... That's interesting.
He mutters to himself with the biggest smile on his face. Oh, somebody's planning mischief. We finally catch up to Saku and begin walking together, but Wataru says he doesn't want to walk next to Saku So I get in the middle.
I mean, it's not a problem if I'm next to Akane, but if I'm next to Takizawa, then it will really stand out.
Stand out? What will?
My height.
Your height? Oh. I measure Saku and Wataru against each other and understand. Yeah, Saku's really tall. While Wataru may be taller than I am, he does look small when he's next to Saku. Wataru puffs out his cheeks and glares at me when he notices my gaze. Oh no, I'm being rude.
Just so you know, I'm in my growth period. My dad's tall, so I'm going to grow a lot pretty soon.
Of course, I know how much boys can grow in a very short amount of time. But of course, there are some people who don't grow taller. Wataru stiffens at the offhand, but clearly spoken comment. Wataru directs a cold stare above my head.
Takizawa, are you holding a grudge for earlier or something?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just talking about possibilities. I'm not necessarily talking about you.
I see. Either way, I'm going to grow.
Of course. Whatever happens, it's always good to have hope.
I don't need hope, because I'm definitely going to grow.
What am I going to do? Everything fell apart so suddenly. They continue to bicker as I'm stuck in between the two of them.
You know, just because you're taller than me doesn't mean you should be looking down on me.
I never intended to. Perhaps you're just imagining things. If it bothers you that much, I can bend down for you. Is he messing with him or what? Oh my god, these two.
Hey, I'm not so short that you need to bend down that much.
Dude, you just come up to his shoulders. Oh no, I can't interject, but the surrounding stares we're getting are a little uncomfortable. Then interject, tell them to chill out. The shopping mall is crowded because it's the weekend. Getting into a shouting argument in front of the entrance will draw looks. I'm sure the fact that they visually stand out already doesn't help. I muster up the courage to shout, and the two boys finally stop. I take the opportunity to talk them down as I look at them both. Just calm down, you two. You've been drawing a lot of attention.
Huh? Oh.
I'm sorry. This is our day off, after all. Let's have more fun. Besides, the three of us are here to shop, so let's try to get along.
The three of us? The whole time?
Wataru speaks quietly. He thinks for a while before he suddenly puts out his hand.
Akane, show me that list.
List? You mean the shopping list? Here you go. Wataru takes the list and gives it a glance. He then takes a pen out of his pocket and writes something on it.
Pass. This is too heavy too, so pass. This looks like a pain, pass. This is okay. This is fine too. Okay, that about does it.
Wataru? What are...
Here, you can have it back.
I look at the list and I see that some of the items are circled. What could it mean?
I'll buy the things that are circled before I leave, so you two can take care of the rest.
Buy and leave? You're not going to come with us? Wait, you've left us with all the hard ones. Many of the uncircled items look to be heavy, while the ones that are circled are things like napkins and tea leaves.
There's no way I can spend all day with the both of you together, so I'm going to go do my shopping alone. You shouldn't have trouble handling all that. You have a luggage carrier after all. He's so large, he should have no problem.
But Wataru? Oh no, he's completely angry. We've come all the way together. How could it come to this before we even started shopping? As I try to think of a way to talk Wataru out of this, I hear a quiet and detached voice. Yes, I'm sure it must be hard to carry things when you're small. Saku! Oh, it's over now. I can clearly see Wataru has completely lost his temper. He ignores my attempts to stop him and stomps off on his own.
I'm going. I'll pay with my own money so you can pay me back at school.
Wataru, wait! Please be careful not to fall off the bicycle on your way back. Saku! He doesn't even turn around. I can practically see the steam coming out of Wataru's ears as he disappears into the crowd. Shall we go then? Yeah. Hey, Saku, I think you went a little too far. What do you mean? When you told him not to fall off, that was really kicking him while he was down. Was that really me kicking him while he was down? Huh? I only meant for him to be careful. Oh, really? So he didn't mean it maliciously. The timing couldn't have been worse, though. In any case, there's no point worrying about it now. While I'm concerned about Wataru, it's time we started our shopping. And we'll do the actual shopping in episode 4. Oh man, I never thought those two would be, like, arch rivals. And get along so poorly. That was pretty funny. Alright, well, hope to see you in the next episode or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.